Hi everyone, welcome to another episode in the series Conversations with Shelley. Of course, this week is our random ramble, and I know I've been missing for some time, but as I always say, while I aim to be consistent, while I aim to be diligent, while I aim to remain focused as promised, life lives. And that's just the reality of it. And sometimes we are able to carve the time out to do what we promise to do. And sometimes we just have to roll with the punches and allow the chips to fall where they may. So the only thing I can at this point in time do and say is to firstly apologize for my bad behavior, accept that I need to do better, and hope that you will forgive me, right? But ideally, it all of my weekly absenteeism was for a good cause, and all I can say is life lives, right? So, and I'm smiling through it because the truth is, I did promise you that regardless of what happened, I will be here and I will be present. So, just go to show that we're not in control, right? So this week I didn't get much opportunity to speak to a lot of persons about what I hope and wish my random ramble will be. But what I did manage to do nonetheless, I did manage to gather up my usual five topics that I want to distill and leave with you here. And some of them are going to be a little bit serious. It's going to be a little serious moments in one and two of them. But ideally, the random ramble foolishness going to come out. And of course, she's going to keep it as raw and as unfiltered as this is supposed to be, as I intended my random rambles to be. So, that being said, let us jump right into this week's random ramble, right? So, my first topic is something that is serious. It's a serious issue, and I think I will make an extended version of it. But in actuality, I wanted to do something a little less, um, you know, a little less tense, and to see how best I can, if I can at all, put some fun to it. So the first topic on my random ramble for this week is my advice to my 15-year-old self. And I'm smiling from ear to ear because, and the truth is, I really don't want to cry. And I'm not going to cry. But if I were to go back in time and sit down with my 15-year-old self, the first thing I would say is, girl, I am so proud of you. I am absolutely so proud of who you have become and who you are still becoming. And I would tell my 15-year-old self not to worry. Everything is going to be all right. Don't worry. It's all going to be all right. I will tell my 15-year-old self, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to be uncertain about a lot of things. But what I'm most proud of you for is the fact that you did it with a lot of courage. You did it with a lot of grace. And you did it with a lot of humility. And for that, girl, you're awesome. Yeah? So my advice to my 15-year-old self is, girl, you got it. Girl, you did it. And girl, you're continuing to do it. To my 15-year-old self, I would say, don't sweat the small stuff. Don't sweat the small stuff. You'll forget them in a heartbeat. I would tell my 15-year-old self, it's okay to fail, because my 15-year-old self did not even think failure was an option. My 15-year-old self was so hard on herself for no reason at all. She thought she had to be a prodigy. And I'm here to tell you, little one, nobody never put that on you, you put that on yourself. And I would say to that 15-year-old self, a lot of the things you did, a lot of the things you went through, you wouldn't have changed it for nothing. You wouldn't have changed it for nothing. So, in spite of the failures, in spite of the things that you beat yourself down about, in spite of the things that you were uncertain about, despite of the things that you thought, why? 40 years later, 20 years later, even 30 years later, I can tell you, we, we are proud of you. Yeah? And I'm saying that because 15-year-old Shelley was thrown into a world of complete academia. I was thrown into it from as far back as I was 10. Yeah. Doing CXC at 10 years old, just leaving primary school, prep school for some of us, and was an experiment. And when I was going through it, I thought, how did I get here? Why did I get here? Who thought this was even something that they should have put me in? But I'm glad. I'm glad somebody showed me that nothing is impossible. And at 10 years old, CXC was nothing. I got it, did it, moved on. Yeah? And let me tell you, I'm not saying there weren't failures, because there were failures. And there were times when she beat up on herself. There were those days. But your future self is here to tell you, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. Your failures defined you. And those failures made you into who you are today. So embrace them and don't sweat it. Yeah? To my 15-year-old self, little Miss Shelley, I would tell you to focus on finding your life's purpose, that divine purpose. Spend more time doing that. Yes, academics were awesome. You did the academia, you did it all, and you proved to the world that it was didable, and you did it. But in doing it, you didn't know what your purpose was. You didn't know what your divine purpose was. What were you put on this universe to do? That you didn't reconcile. And I would have said to my 15-year-old self, figure that out, because it would have saved you a lot of time as you traverse this space into now realizing what you were put here to do. But albeit, no regrets. Yeah? Have no regrets. But I would have given that advice to my 15-year-old self to say, spend a little more time in the silence of your soul and find out what that divine purpose was. Yeah? To my 15-year-old self, I would say, invest in good friendships. Maintain those grassroots good girlfriends and even guy friends that you had at 15, 16, and somehow you knew it. You knew in the back of your mind that these people were people that you should have maintained connections with. But again, life happens, and we all go in different directions. And one of those friends that I I'm very happy came back full circle. I'm gonna call her name. I didn't ask her permission, but I'm gonna call her name because she's as awesome back in high school as she's awesome today. Counsel Cheryl Dennis, love you loads. Appreciate you. We were friends at 15 and we are lifelong friends to this very day. Sorry I blot out your whole entire name, but that's how much of a lifelong friend you are to me. Yeah? Taking better care of self. I would say to my 15-year-old self, girl, book is not it fully. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You did conquer the book thing. You did the book thing. You should have did stop. There was a point, 15-year-old Shelly, where you should have did stop and go fix up the body and go do the something them where they breast up here. But let's keep it real, people. 15-year-old Shelly was a nerd. Sit down in a book from morning till night. Morning till night in a book. And I would have said to her, as I am saying to her now, balance. No matter what you do, no matter how you do it, no matter where you do it, balance is very important. Now, looking back on my 15-year-old self, I needed balance. And I would have said to her, if you spend 4 hours I study the maths and the physics and the biology, go to 2 hours at the gym and pan PE. Go run up and down, go swim, go do something. Because she did 8 PE, she did 8 swimming, she did 8 them something there. And I would have tell that 15-year-old Shelly, say, look here, go love to them something there. Because you see, when you're getting at the age them, when the brain get you where you need to go, me not say nothing more. Because this is really not the message that I should be preaching, but it's the reality. At some point in time, 15-year-old Shelly, so when you start on 25 and 30, nobody no business will really up here, so. It's good. No, don't, let me dress that up. It's good to have it up here, always, but have a balance. Because there are some spaces that you go into, and I'm keeping it real to my 15-year-old Shelly. I'm not talking to the world, I'm talking to my 15-year-old self. There are some spaces that you will go into as you become and continues on that becoming journey. That no matter how much letters you have before, behind, in between your name, it not gonna make a difference. You have to carry the full package. Me don't say it, me not say nothing more. Me learn that late in our life. Me, the bigger version of Shelly, learn that late in her life. Shelly, little Shelly, go gym. Little Shelly, eat right. Little Shelly, do the nails and the toes and the makeup. Learn something else apart from the book then because it's a balance affair. That's all I say. She balance no. She balance ish. She balance ish. Because the truth is, me still not like the fangle dangles them. Me still not like the makeup and the something them. But I'm still in a gym. You know, so if my life go down the road, I go down. But me just I say, 15-year-old Shelly get with it. And the last thing I would say to 15-year-old Shelly is to enjoy your teenage years. You took on quite a lot. You took on a lot of things that probably was you never did have to carry. Can nobody never give you a basket to carry? No parents ever give you a basket to carry. No siblings ever give you a basket with her. No family members never give you a basket. You just did too little bit and too big. You did too little bit and mature. You just carry everybody business. You just try to fix everybody life. You is no Ianya Van Sant. At 15, you was not an Iana Van Sant. You take up everybody affair and try to fix a girl. My advice to you, the time I did take a fixed the Harry business, go to the gym. You did have time for your hand to go to the gym, but you just always a go and like say you think you can fix the human race. Go to the gym. You should have take the time and go to the gym. You did too busy, girl, I try to fix everybody life. Why? But then you realize that was your purpose. So really and truly, you don't even know what to say about that because your purpose was exactly that. Okay? All right. So that's random ramble number one. I tell you guys, it's a mixture of seriousness and a little bit of fun. That one was a serious thing. That was serious. I had that dropped into my spirit that I had to say and I had to do that for myself. No, I got the second random ramble from a very good friend of mine. Brit Brat is due this one for. Every week Brit Brat give me something. Like whenever I'm leaving, I say Brit, it's Friday. We need a random ramble topic. And today Brittany give me three. But you know me only gonna take one because she one can't follow up the agenda and the rasta. She not gonna follow up my agenda and my rasta around here. Me have other friends. Yeah, yeah, Brittany, me have other friends. You did a write out the post it like say you think so me not nothing else and nobody else to talk to. Go on, yeah. So Brittany Brat gave me this one. And this one is about oversharing your success. And I know the backstory to her giving me this one, but I just want to make it very general. And it's a lesson that I also had to learn myself when it comes to your success. Now, listen to me, people. And everybody wants to succeed. Hmm, Well, some people that want to succeed. Michelle, behave yourself. Behave yourself. Behave yourself. Some people, some people really want to see you succeed, right? But you have some people, they don't want to see nobody succeed. And such as it is, you have to dim your light on your success. Dim your light on your joy. Dim your light on the things them we are going in your life. Because you see some people they sit down and wait for bad things to happen to them. And this episode, this topic, where Brad Carr come dropping, I mean, let me know what she mean. Because there is a particular person that she engages with, and she tell the person little things are going in her world, and the person never have nothing good to say, nothing good to say, nothing. And me no know the type, me no know the level of friendship where they have, but the things them where the person tell her, if she never did go share what the happiness and the joy what she have, not knowing say the person don't mean her no well. And be bad to bad, the person don't mean nobody good no way. Somebody like that, them no mean nobody good no way. Nah, call no name, but they no mean nobody good. But me just telling you something. Don't overshow no success with people unless you all are clear as to the fact that those people are your cheerleaders, your supporters, and they're going to cheer you till the cows come home. When you have your successes and your good stories and the things that are happening in your life that you are so excited about, write it down on a piece of paper. Get one journal and write it down somewhere. If you're that excitable about it, and if it's something that you really want to talk and talk to the decibels of your throat hole, talk in a ink. Talk in a ink. Because you don't know who is hearing you and going and putting your name on parchment paper. You don't know who is hearing the things that you're talking about, and you don't know who them know, but can block your blessing. Not tell nobody your business. And you say any business where you tell people, it must already gone through the gate. Like me, I'll give a perfect example. A friend of mine I do something the other day. And you know when him decide to say something to him best friend, well, I'm not gonna say him best friend, to him friend, when the boy can't stop no progress for him. And it's so bad that the boy called me and said to me, said, then you did know this? Hear me now with my little secretive self coming out and say me lie. Really? Really? That time me did know a long time. But because my friend knows me, a cherry man, he tell me everything. He tell me when the something drop. He tell me when the something move. He tell me every detail. And you see the guy we think him and him my best friend, he never tell him so till the shop open. It's when the shop open, the boy tell him, say his shop open. And he nearly dead. Now me I say this for say, when you have your successes, don't overshare them with people. Tell them little tips. Tell them just enough to make them wonder and ponder. Don't give them nothing more for saying and put your name on a parchment paper. Because you have some people around there evil. Brittany, evil. Random ramble number 2. Random ramble number 3. Creating space versus making room. Now, this came to me while I was taking a shower this morning. I don't know why this one drop while me I take shower though. Maybe the shower, maybe the bathroom did look a bit. But I don't really have one like a bathroom, so I don't know why this would have come up. But anyway, it came up in my thoughts while I was showering. And I thought to myself, when people come into your life and say they want to create a life with you, and every time you look at how they create life with you, I want to look at space they make. I want to look at space they give you. Then just open one drawer and tell us, say, put 2 baggy in there, put 2 t-shirt in there, and then go in the bathroom and then give you one little corner for you catch your towel, and your teeth brush, and your soap, and your rag. And then go down in the kitchen and then give you one cup, one plate, and one fork. And every time you're there around them, and them, there's something that you can use. Cause I just a space them I create. Then just give you one little tips at their life. Versus when somebody is making room for you. Now, me need enough to understand, both the gents and the females, to understand. You see, when somebody coming on a world and coming on a space and decide, say, on a worthy enough to make room for, hang on. Hang on to there's somebody there for dear life. Come let me tell you something. I'm going to do a little story time. Sometimes you create a whole house, the people. One whole house. You make a whole house for them. And then give one drawer. You create an entire environment, an entire space. And then give one drawer and one rack. One cup. Yeah. Hang on upon the people them when you create space and make room for them in their life. Because you see the people must decide to make room for you in their lives are the people that are putting you into their future. As my brother does say, me put you in my future. You don't know yet, but me put you in my future. And the only way you can put me in your future if you create one, if you make one room and give me one place. You don't want no space in nobody life. Me tired of spaces. You create one little nook and keep me comfortable. Like me a big head bud. I hope you see the eye. Wouldn't be a random ramble without the phone call, but this time it turned on the ring. Yes, ma'am, I am coming. She's a runner, she's a track star. She's coming. Guys, it wouldn't be a random ramble without a phone call. But she was on top of it this week. She put the phone on silent. Yeah, she did that. Now, random ramble number 5. Number 4, sorry. Prenup agreement. Now, as me think everybody know by now, so I want to look liar. I want to liar. I don't like talk about the liar sometimes. Yeah. I had a client this week who called to say that she's interested in doing a prenup. And I thought to myself, No problem. We can give you some guidance on what that is. And I decided to, give her some guidance. But that's not where the random ramble is going. The random ramble is going to this point. At what point in time should anybody feel comfortable in a relationship or a situation where somebody is gonna put a prenuptial agreement in front of them? Now, let me tell you something. I'm want to take me serious. It's even me and my household. If you feel like you have something with me about I'm not the right person for you. Trust me. If you feel like you have something when me, Shelly, and Agawan, me is not the person for walk down the aisle with, because I don't want a thing when nobody have. I don't even want what my parents have. Blessed is the child who have him own. So if you fix your mouth in any direction and say to me, say, Shelly, I want you married to me. But the only way me ever married you if you write up, if you sign the prenup, you're not ready for me yet. You need to go find somebody else because I can tell you, all when you're rich and money I drop out of your ears and your nose hole, me no want nothing where you have. And if me no want you for you, try no. Try no. Me no want you for the things that you have. Because things come and things go. You remember in Jamaica how much people lose money in a SSL? You remember you see in Bolt? Things come and things go. No one about it we didn't have. Because suppose you see in Bolt never have no more. And his wife did there with him for what he have. How was she daddy? She daddy on the next boat, sailing with the next captain of the next ship. Things come and things go. SSL is a reminder of things coming and things going. Me no want nobody for what they have. So me not sign up prenup. And me I go say it again. Anybody, no, me I speak for me and my household. Me and my household, me I speak for. But in general, you must do what fits your situation and your circumstance. As for my situation and my circumstance, anybody will put their hair upon me, they married me. No, me not the marrying type. Let me just make that clear. Me not marrying type. Nobody know, yeah, nobody know. But let us say, if chance was to allow, and you feel like say, okay, Shelly look marriageable, and before you come just make you just married and done, you come talk about prenup, me go run you. Me go run you, and this you have a shame because me not sign no prenup to out of that. And what you could have so me could have want. But you're not supposed to freely give me. You're supposed to give me things freely. All when me your left. You're you're supposed to give me your things freely. You're supposed to. Boy. No, my final random ramble is self degradation, sexual self degradation, and why. Now, my very good friend TK sent me a video today for my random rambles. Bless your heart, TK, because you know somebody that struggle with topic. Girl, somebody that struggle with topic. And she sent me a video. And this girl on the video was talking about sexual degradation, meaning she liked to be degraded in the act. And if somebody not degrading her, she don't feel good. To the point where she all start degrade herself. She talk to her own herself and degrade herself. And I say, no, my mental illness real. Me didn't know it really, no. But it real. When in an act that is supposed to be pleasurable and fun, you busy. I degrade yourself. Then I could have go so. You only can talk from experience. Let me tell you something. Me not see why nobody fit degrade me when me fully clothed. Me not see why you fit do that when me fully dressed head to foot. What's a so when me not have no clothes? And me fit turn up and take that. And me fit lay down and take that. Then I call me born back up. Somebody tell me if I call me born back, why me if you just sit down and make you degrade me when me take up when me not have no clothes. I was so. Then me not no self love. Me no business if you no want call it kinky dinky or frinky. Self degradation is never something to ascribe to do or to be. Why? Why? Somebody make it make sense to me. Me no say no work for some people, you know. Don't get me wrong. It can't work for people. But somebody need to tell me why that is a thing in a somebody world. So somebody will understand. Because me home for learn, you know. Me home for learn. Yeah man, me is all about. Remember say me tell you no say me did a learn from me a thing. Me really need to learn. So somebody need to come tell me why. Me must sit down in a one act that is supposed to bring me pleasure and fun. And somebody just tell me the dirty the little the dirty something them say me for this they cannot kill me teeth. Girl, me sorry, me never have our social media something for me gonna go look on her. Because as she put herself out there, so she must know why that is a thing for her to put to the world. So me that send as a matter of fact, I'm gonna drop it in the comment. And I want to know go over there, but tell me why this girl is finding this particular self-degradation slash other people degradation of herself as something that is a fancy. Girl, I will tell you this. You need to go check your mental health because there's no part of freakiness that requires anybody to tell you the things and like you what about people that tell you to the point where you turn on and tell yourself. Then I what could have gone on your brain so then somebody don't disrespect you and don't do the worst to you. And bad to bad you can really tap what people do to you in some circumstances, yeah? But when it's somebody now don't know, you gotta do it yourself? No, sir. Somebody make it make sense. Me and my household, you don't even whisper degradation to me with my name. And I have to come clean and correct. Girl, what? So me not right. Me not right for you tell me good things. You can't tell me good things in the ears. Why you have to tell me the dirty things then? About myself. No, sir. Mm-mm. Me not join the ministry there. That's not my ministry. I can't somebody else one. I mean, I blame people them for their ministry, but that's not my ministry. We spread the not the sweet not things. But I be the foolish. And the little dances grannies in them. Random Ramble number 5. They ended this week Random Ramble. You know why me have to end it so quick too? Because me not stop get call. I try not hear the phone a ring. But good God, Father mercy. It's like say every time me I do Random Ramble, the phone is a ring off. So I mean not own nobody. Well, me owe people, but me and them do one reason. So they really should not call me. People me owe people, but they really should not call me because me go in and me second me arrangements. So I don't know why every time I do Random Ramble, people just call off my phone. So anyway. Thank you all for sticking and staying for again another week of foolinish. And I will catch you next week again, where I hope I was able to give you some laughter as you ease into your weekend. Thank you always for being on this craziness of a ride. And until I see you next, be kind, be well, and be thankful. Take care.